How's it going, everybody? Lance Isaacs, CXO for Motos America. I'm the Chief Experience Officer, mostly involved in helping bring all the fun to all of our dealerships across the country. Today we're in Nashville, and we will be talking a little bit about track day etiquette. A lot of things to consider when you're talking about track day etiquette. Immediately, people's first thoughts and ideas of what happens at the track day either brings some fear and a lot of excitement. With the fear comes the idea that you're going to crash, somebody's going to crash into you, somebody's going to cause you to crash. So that's the part where etiquette comes into it. The excitement part of it is the over-exuberance of us going out there, being overly excited and causing ourselves to crash. The etiquette of it all ties in together very nicely, purely because we want to be as safe as possible. We don't want to drop our bikes. We don't want to hurt ourselves, and we don't want to hurt anybody else. So with that, I think most of the etiquette that we need to know or learn is the fact that we have to be very cognizant of our surroundings. First of all, do your research on the track that you're going to. Do the research on which direction the track goes in. The idea of, which way does it go and what's the lap record doesn't generally apply to everybody. 99% of the people that are at the track, they are there to have fun, or just as much fun as you are, and also to learn a few things. So with learning, we have to kind of dial things back a little bit just to know where we're going, what we're doing, and what our surroundings are. 9 times out of 10, we have to remember that your skill level is not coupled along with everybody else's skill level. So especially in that first session that you're going out, you need to make sure that your bike is all ready, you're all ready, you know that you are kind of in the right group, which will probably change throughout the day, depending on your learning level and your skill level. You may arrive and start off in Group B and end up in Group A, or maybe find that you need to be in Group C. So once again, everybody's pace and idea and confidence level is very different. So one of the most important things is, if you're going to be passing somebody, try and make the pass on them along the straight. That's the best and safest place to make a pass. Make sure you have at least a bike's width of distance between you and the rider that you're trying to pass. We don't want to be, rubbing elbows with somebody when you're making a pass. And if your bike is not powerful enough to pass somebody on the straight, and you do carry a lot more corner speed, make sure you pick a corner where you know that you're confident that you're going to have enough space to pass somebody around the outside and not run too wide, running out into the kitty litter, or running out onto the marbles, causing yourself to crash. Passing somebody up the inside and doing it very last minute will actually frighten that person and cause them to pick their bike up, or snatch the front brake just because they get a fright. You have those knee-jerk reactions that people do, when you are startled by any sudden movement, when somebody doesn't see, or you don't see somebody in your peripheral. So making sure that you're aware of your surroundings, and making sure that other people that you're riding around or close to are aware that you're there. For the most part, people should be aware, knowing your flags, and that's one of the biggest points of contention when you arrive at the track day. You need to be there for that rider's briefing. If it's your first track day, knowing all the flags, knowing what they mean, is very, very important. From the blue waving flag, if you're seeing a blue waving flag, that means that there's a faster rider behind you who wants to pass. Don't change your line. Don't do anything dramatic or drastic. Stick to your line. Follow your path. Just stick to what you were doing. the person behind you, it's up to them to pass you safely. Yellow flag, caution. Slow down. Don't necessarily roll off and slow down immediately. It just means proceed with caution. Just be very aware that there might be somebody that's fallen on either side of the track. There'll be another debris flag, but going through all the flags is a whole different discussion that we can go into at a later stage. So watch out for that video. We've got a bunch of track days that'll be coming up this year. We've got our first one is actually in April, and that will be at ORP in Oregon, Central Oregon. The next one we'll be doing is in May, which will be at Roebling Road. And our big one, it will be on June 5th at Barber Motorsports Park. So that is definitely one that we need to look out for. And we have many more coming to you throughout the year. So keep watching our videos, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get notifications of more videos and content, as well as events that us at Motos America have coming up.